Ah, who are you guys?
We are monsters from Monster Hunter Freedom Unite.
Oh, I've never played that game.
Really? You should play it, it's pretty awesome. I agree.
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite was released in 2008 for the PSP and was the biggest game of the series for its time. But is it worth it in 2021? In this video, I'll try to answer this question by talking about various aspects of the game, so what its drawbacks are and what its strong points are. First of all, Monster Hunter games usually don't have much of a story, and this game is no different. If you're looking for a Monster Hunter game that has an actual story, I kind of doubt it, but if you are, well, you won't find that here. However, if you just want the classic Monster Hunter experience, then there's lots to appreciate. It has over 400 quests, and it will take hundreds of hours to complete them all. Personally, what I care about the most in a Monster Hunter game is the monster list, as hunting monsters is the main selling point. And if the monsters aren't compelling and you don't have fun fighting them, then that has a negative effect on the whole game. I'm happy to say that Monster Hunter Freedom Unite has an amazing monster list with 81 total monsters. Some of my favorites are Gold Rathian, Silver Rathalos, Black Diablos, White Monoblos, and Yamatsukami. And speaking of Yamatsukami, a lot of the forgotten monsters of Monster Hunter only make an appearance in this specific main series game. Some of these are King Shakalaka, Queen Vespoid, and Yamatsukami. In fact, this is what initially motivated me to start playing this game, to experience some of these unique hunts. As is the case with practically all Monster Hunter games, the music in this game is fantastic and includes some of the best soundtracks like the Poki Village theme, which is actually playing in the background of this video. It's pretty quiet, and if you can't hear it, this is what it sounds like. Yeah, it's pretty nice. The controls, however, are not so nice. You can't lock onto monsters like you can in the newer games, and the PSP only has one joystick, so when hunting monsters, especially when you're hunting multiple monsters at once, the controls may become a bit frustrating. Some people even go as far as to say that the controls of this game are the worst when compared to the other main series Monster Hunter games. Obviously, if you plan on playing on your PC using an emulator, not on your PSP, this isn't so much of a problem since you can connect the controller, and I really recommend doing so. Now let's talk about how accessible this game is. So you can play it on your PSP, and it was also available for iOS in the App Store for $15, but unfortunately it was delisted in 2019. I'm guessing a lot of you have played or will play this game on an emulator on your computer or your phone, and that's fine, but you should buy the game first and then transfer the ROM to your device, as I think that's the legal way to play games on emulators. Downloading ROMs that others have posted on the internet is illegal. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the gameplay, so how the game plays and how it looks. So for a PSP game, it actually looks pretty nice, and if you're playing on an emulator, it looks absolutely gorgeous. The way it plays, on the other hand, is unsatisfactory at times, as the hitboxes are a bit too large. So sometimes when a monster attacks you, even if on the screen you didn't see it touch you, you'll still take damage and it feels very unfair. This is most noticeable when fighting Plesioth. Those hip checks are just very annoying. But this doesn't happen all the time with every single attack, so the game is still quite playable. In fact, when I played it, I rarely noticed those bad hitboxes. In conclusion, is Monster Hunter Freedom Unite worth it in 2021? If you don't think the controls will be a problem for you, and if you can overlook some of those bad hitboxes, then I would say it is. The game is great, it looks beautiful, has a pretty nice monster list, and is filled with content. If you're thinking of giving this game a try, I really hope I helped you out, and I'll see you in the next video. GameXNations is the best channel in the world.